I like to know where people stand so I know how to treat you accordingly.
They be trying to do it, I'm just doing me. I be working hard and they just want it free.
Be competitive with yourself. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Jsean for another video. I just want to know, what is y'all 2023 New Year's resolutions? You know what I mean? If you can, if you feel like it. I'm not saying everything that you want to do or accomplish. Any little one thing. Well, not little, but one specific thing. This is what I challenge y'all to do. 2023, right? Everybody says this is my year, you know what I'm saying? But this is how you make it your year. You accomplish something. And don't think about the bigger picture at this moment. Think about an incremental step, right? Think about, like, if you want to run a race, well, the first thing you got to do is, like, get up, you know what I'm saying? And if you got up, that's one step closer to getting to that actual finish line, you know? So think about your life, right? Don't think about nobody else's life, nobody else's circumstance. Don't think about couldas, shouldas, you know, none of that nonsense. Think about right now where you are in your life. Whether it's where you want to be at, where you don't want to be at, it does not matter. Whether you have silver spoon, don't have a silver spoon, whether somebody else has something you have, don't have what you want, don't worry about none of that. Literally think right now where you are in your current state. Think about one little thing that could help get you to the next step. It could be something as simple as just pure discipline. Maybe for your diet, you know, maybe for working out, whatever it is. And even within that goal, keep it very minimal to a point where you could even call it playing it safe. You can't say that you're not taking effort, because you just making this one effort is more than what you're doing thus far. So even if you say it's working out and you're like, I'm only going to do 5 push-ups a day. Yeah, that's pretty weak. But guess what? Before you was doing 0. You know what I'm saying? So you do something safe for yourself that you can promise yourself that you're going to stick with. Promise yourself that you're going to actually complete this one simple thing. And when you actually complete this and it becomes part of your life and a habit, then you go and make another one and another one. Keep it small and simple and consistent. And I'm telling you, 2023, you're going to be proud of the things that you did. And, you know, you may even try to play it off like it ain't that big a deal, but it is a big deal because you weren't doing it before. So you're doing something that you weren't doing before, and you actually accomplished something. You actually can check that joint off and say that you did it. Be proud of something that you planned in your mind that you probably already know that you got to do, and you actually put action behind it and you accomplished it. So no matter how small that is, don't discredit yourself. Be proud of yourself, because those little things are going to build the discipline and the habits that you need to learn to do the bigger goals in your life. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's just teaching you how to apply it later for something that really, really means something. These are steps that are necessary to build your character and who you are as a person, right? So look at it that way. Don't give up on yourself. Again, think of the smallest thing that you think would help you. The smallest thing that you know that you need to do that you're just not doing. So write that one simple thing down. I don't care how ridiculous you may think it sounds or how it may come off to somebody else. And let me tell you something. Don't even tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. Don't make somebody else make you feel like it ain't nothing or whatever the case is. It could be as simple as, I want to brush my teeth 1 extra time a day. I don't care. Whatever it is that's important to you. And then you accomplish that. And I'm not saying do it one time. You do it so much until it becomes part of your life. I'm currently on a health kick where I'm being more healthy, right? I'm eating way better, way cleaner, way lighter, right? I cut a lot of weight because I'm basically, I cut a lot of calories, but I'm doing a lot of cardio. And now I'm I'm trying to get back into exercise. So now that I thinned out quite a bit, now I can kind of try to build some more, like, you know, mass back. Because I actually was losing some of that even because I was too low on protein. And, but now it's to a point where, you know, I can progress forward. So I'm going to tell you something. I started eating clean. I started cutting so much seasonings out to the point where I got used to it, where it's who I am now. Now I know, as I felt guilty eating certain things. Everything tastes over seasoned to me when I go out to eat. I mean, every once in a while I cheat and eat whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying in general, it's like, it's part of who I am now, you know? And in the beginning, when I ate something that was healthier, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, damn, this tastes dry. But as I started almost like reprogramming my brain, it's like every time I ate stuff like that, in my mind, I was like, it doesn't taste as good because it's a purpose food. It's not a pleasure food. It's a purpose food that I'm eating to be healthier. And because it's healthier, it doesn't taste as good as the greasy, fat stuff or whatever. So I started making reasons for my mind to accept why it didn't taste as seasoned or as juicy or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But now it's to a point where it's who I am. And it's actually become part of my lifestyle. I can truly say that. I don't need anybody to encourage me. I don't need people around me eating healthy to make me feel like I should eat healthy. It's literally part of my life to the point where people are trying to eat like me now who are around me. They are inspired without even knowing that I'm inspiring them, because now they are interested and curious because they're seeing me do it and they're seeing how it works for me and they're seeing my results. So I'm actually paying it forward without even realizing I'm paying it forward to other people, because people paid it forward to me to think like this. That's what I'm saying that. So yeah, it's just like, you know, be the best version of yourself at the end of the day. Be the best version of yourself. For real. 2023. Be proud. So like me, this summer, even though it's a far-fetched goal, in ways I could be more in shape physically quicker if I was really dedicated, I'm pacing myself for my speed in my current life and life circumstances. So in the ideal world, if I could hire the best trainer and eat the best foods for 3 months, 4 months straight, you'll probably see a very noticeable difference. It's going to take me a little longer than that because I don't have those options, right? Or I don't want to make those options. For me, it just feels like it's too much. It's not convenient enough for me to keep consistent with it. That's the problem. So I need to build this into my life as a lifestyle so it sticks with me. I don't want a quick reaction to it so quickly to the point where it's not really who I am and I'm going to revert back to the stages that I was in. So this has been a slow, consistent process for me to the point where it's embedded in my brain now. It's just part of my personality. It's part of how I think. It's part of everything. It's ingrained in who I am now. So think about that, but with other habits now that you need. So there are other business things that I'm trying to take care of right now that I know that I need to do, but I haven't taken certain steps, or I have and I haven't. I have a little in and out. That tells me it's not about challenging myself, because everybody has different thresholds. What I think is hard, you're going to think is easy. And what you think is easy, I could think is hard. So for me, it's a little hard for me. It's not like it's physically hard. It's just for some reason mentally, I'm not ready to receive like it's not connecting with my actions sometimes. It's like a little disconnect. So I think I got to lower my expectations and my goals, because I already know where I want to go. It's just, but I need to calm down, stop being so excited, and stop skipping steps. And I need to really bring that down like even more. So the first steps that I'm trying to do, I think they're pretty easy actually, but I'm not doing it. So what does that tell you? Am I too lazy? Whatever the case is, I'm not doing it. That's bottom line. Whatever it is with my personality and my life right now, I'm not doing it. So you know what? Instead of me keep wishing for this and never accomplishing it, never doing it once, twice, not doing it, and then it fades in and out, I need to bring this down a little bit and not lower my expectations, but be more reasonable with my circumstances, right? Be more reasonable until I can accomplish this. Because once I accomplish this here. This ain't going nowhere. I built a step now, even if it's a micro step. And then from here, so say like the goal is from here to the top of my hat, right here, right? It's right here. I'm trying to aim to here. This is one step actually. I mean, my goal is way to the sky. But say the first one I'm thinking is easy. I need to get to my hat. But for some reason, I'm like, it's easy, but like I said, I'm going back and forth. It's obviously not easy for me, for whatever the reason. Somebody could be like, oh, you're lazy. You could easily, okay, fine. But I'm not doing it. So I need to bring this down, even though my goal is still here, level 1. I'm starting here at my glasses. I need to go just here then. Figure out what's so easy that I can't make no excuses for. I'm talking about no excuses for. Get to here. Where I can guarantee it, I'm getting to here. Okay? And then once I get to here, then I make another micro goal. Then I get to here. Don't you see I'm checking off? Every time I get to one step, even if it's small, I don't revert. See, if I start from here and I'm trying to aim to here and I do it sometimes, don't do it, up and down, I actually never accomplished anything. I never accomplished anything. I just wasted time. I wasted months, days, hours of my time and never got nowhere. Micro steps. I'm finished here. Now that I accomplished this, it's part of my regimen, part of my discipline, my lifestyle, I'm here. Right? And then I do it again until I finally get here. Now, this journey has taught me discipline along the way. And now it's building my character. It's building my character to know how to accomplish the next step. And all this experience right here, all this wisdom that I learned along the way is what you need in life. If you go across your life and you never accomplished anything, you're not going to gain anything. Trust me, I'm going through this in certain stages of my life now where I'm like, damn, I always thought so big. But it's like, boom, it's like I plummeted. And it's like, I thought so big, plummeted. Then at the end of the day, all that work that I did, that I felt like I was working hard, that I felt like I was aiming towards something, at the end it really meant nothing because I really didn't gain anything from it that was solid. I didn't take those micro steps. I kept jumping and shit. I kept jumping so high when I should have just calmed down and I should have took micro steps and built my character and built my discipline to know how to take these steps for bigger projects and bigger things in my life. So this is something I'm going through. It's something I just want to share with you. Do something that is for you, that you know that you can accomplish, that you can't make no excuses for. Now, you're going to have to put some effort, but you got to be real with yourself, real with the way your personality is, how lazy you are, the people you're around, whatever the case is. You know your life better than anybody. Don't listen to nobody when you think of this in your mind. Do it small. Because all these things are going to equal things. You need to check things off in your life. You need to check things off in your life, man. You need to check it off in your life to the point where you are truly accomplishing things. And you can check things off to the point where you can say you did something. So at the end of the year, I don't care if you have 1,000 micro goals. You can't sit there and say, and somebody said, what'd you do this year? Or you can't even ask yourself, what did I do this year? What did I accomplish? You got mad stuff you can accomplish now. You wrote it down, you checked it off. And that's another thing. Every time you accomplish these things, every little micro goal, get a notebook and write what it is. So when you check that journal off, you check it off. You maybe you can date it if you want to, and just to say when you started. So you can be proud of that when you go back and realize what you've done. Because sometimes when you do work at things, you don't even realize what you accomplished until you sit back and look. You know what I'm saying? I don't realize how certain things in my life as far as ages until I look at certain milestones in my life and realize, wow, this is what makes me look at how much time went by, because I don't feel it when I'm living it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, with that being said, make sure you do everything at top level, at your top level. And remember, you're no competition. I mean, no competition with anybody except yourself. So make sure your next move is your best move, at least your better move. I hope everybody has a prosperous and successful 2023 and beyond, and even the ending of the 2022. So make sure that you set these resolutions, and don't make it a New Year resolution. Just make it a you resolution where you're going to do it. You know, you're doing it for you, not for the year. You're not doing it for other people. You're doing it for yourself because you deserve it. You're doing it for yourself because you need that. You're doing it for yourself because you want that. So make sure you do whatever it takes to get that. Don't let people interfere with it. You will grow and go along the way to the point where you will meet the right people. You'll meet the right circumstances. You just got to be prepared for it. And all these steps I told you is building your character and your wisdom and your abilities to handle those circumstances when they come later, the bigger ones. Me saying this to you right now is even motivating me to make sure that I do this for myself too. So anybody want to leave what they want to say below, you know, leave it below, whatever. At the end of the day, man, I wish nothing but the best for everybody and everyone. Later.